Okay, real quick. I just want to give you a full breakdown of what I'm going to be going over in the entirety of this video. Basically, I'm just going to give you guys kind of some recommendations on things that I typically upgrade on my bikes and things that I would recommend for you and kind of the reasons why I upgrade and stuff like that. So today I pretty much go over everything from the Freewheel, Sprocket, your handlebars, brakes, your chain, cranks, bottom bracket, your tires, sticker kit, the whole nine. So stick with me. Let's get it. Welcome back, Misfits. It's your boy Slim here in the Misfit Garage. Thank you for tuning in to the Misfit podcast. Today, I have an episode for you that I've been wanting to do for a little bit because I get asked this a lot. I just got a big BMX 29-inch BMX bike, and I want to know what's the first thing to upgrade. So that answer kind of varies. But anyways, we'll get into that, I guess, just along the way. So thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Thank you if you already have. Share this video with a friend. I will say this, the first thing that for me personally, coming from like me being like a wheelie guy, the most important thing for me to upgrade or look at upgrading first is the brakes. And any part of the braking components, like that's first place I spend money, which is either brake pads if the brake arms are okay, new brake cable because you want a nice smooth brake cable, and the brake lever, excuse me. And I kind of trade this. I keep the same parts as far as like the lever because I got real used to a certain type of lever, so I run a pawl lever. They are kind of on the expensive side, and if you guys are familiar with them, you know that they are a high-end lever. See if I can pull one up here. God dang it. Yeah, so anyways, I don't think I can pull it up. But if you guys are familiar, obviously you know pawl levers are really high quality. They're machined out of aluminum. They run a bearing in the hinge. No click adjustment. It just has a regular spin adjuster. I had a Bombshell that had that before, but anyways. If you guys know pawl levers, you know that they're really high quality. So they cost a decent amount of money. So whenever I get rid of bikes, I usually take that lever off and put a stock one on that I have somewhere. Just because that stays with me. The lever, in my opinion, is like one of the most important things. I mean, it's like pretty much number one with brake pads, in my opinion. Now, the reason why I say that is like the pawl lever that I have, it's a long pull BMX lever. And what is important about that is it's going to be able to allow you to fine tune your lever down to like a piece of paper tolerance. Because what it does, it takes all that extra slack out of your cable, so it has a long pull on it as far as it pulling the cable. And like your stock BMX bikes, most of like the big BMX bikes come with just a standard brake lever, which isn't a long pull. But it's really important to upgrade the lever for that reason, is because you want a long pull BMX lever. Okay, so brake pads. A lot of people have their own opinion on what they like to run, but me personally, the two that I've run the most is koolstops, which I'm not a really big fan of. I've just had a lot of issues with them. Other people seem to have a lot better luck though, so don't write them off because some people really like them. But I've been using box brake pads recently, and they make a gray and black and a yellow and black compound. So it's like a 3/4 or 2/3 and a third or something like that. Split colors. And I found that I like the gray pads a lot better. I'm running the yellow ones right now. But the gray ones seem to hit like a disc hits. It's like you feel the rim there, and it's got like a decent amount of spin to it, and like as soon as it hits down, man, it's like a disc brake when it engages. So I really like the gray and black pads for that, for the way that I like to ride, because I like to be able to just tap and just get that little bit on the brake, you know what I mean, to help level out. The black and yellow pads, they are good pads as well. I've been running them for a minute now. They are a little squishy for my liking, but a lot of people seem to like that. So I think I just ride a little different. But that's also the same thing with the koolstops. They have the salmon and black koolstops that, you know, have long tails on them. Those are the really common ones that you'll find. I know Matt Rickard runs those thin line salmon koolstops, which he seems to really like those a lot. Tried running them once, and wasn't a big fan, but somebody else just told me they started running those too, so check those out as well. I know, like I said, Rickard runs those. Yeah, brake pads, brake lever. The brake arms, if they're good, they're fine, in my opinion. Typically, I won't upgrade the brake arms unless I need to, and when I need to, I just spend the money on some decent brake arms, which I haven't had to do in a while, so knock on wood. But those are like the first things that I upgrade, and mainly because like with wheeling, so you guys that already wheelie and stuff, you already know. But for those who are like just starting out and learning how to wheelie and like wanting to try and learn wheelies and stuff, I guess even elevating your wheelie game, the biggest factor in people learning wheelies is they can't get over the fear of falling backwards, which all comes down to just not having trust that the brake is going to stop you. That's like where my opinion comes into play of like the importance of that. And that goes along with like when you get into the really technical wheelies too, like the brakes are absolutely important. Definitely, in my opinion, start with the brakes. The next stuff that I usually go to or look at upgrading is going to be the Freewheel, and I'm going to adjust me over here just to... So, shout out to Rideout Supply. I have been running I've run a couple of their Freewheels now. And the Freewheel, for me, is important to upgrade for the wheelie stuff because I like to ride my bike a certain way, which I'll explain that in a second. But as far as the Freewheel goes, there's tons of options out there. Me, personally, I run the Rideout Supply stuff because it's one of the few companies that's in the bike life culture that's actually started in this culture and is like here to support the bike life scene and the big BMX movement and everything. So shout out to them for that, making the moves. That is a big portion of why I like to ride their stuff, on top of it's quality upgrades, bro. And for $38.99, you like just kind of can't go wrong. It's there's other Freewheels out there in comparable price and functionality and everything. It's got instant engagement. They do have a few options. They have a 15 tooth, a 16 tooth, and a 17 tooth that you can choose from. 15, I think these sizings down here are what comes stock on these bikes. So if you like wanted to match up the tooth, like the SoCal, the OM, the Blocks Flyer all have 17 in the rear. The Big Ripper, the Big Flyer have 15, and the Throne comes with a 16. Personally, I like to ride a 33 up front and a 16 in the rear. I've run other gearing. I've run 37, 18 in the rear before, which was an interesting one. Really fast wheelies, and it gave like the 29-inch bike the snappiness of like a 27.5. It's kind of a trip. It's a little bit harder to get the wheel up, but it, for some odd reason, like in the swerve, it just gave it so much more snappy response. It was a trip. I haven't ridden that gearing in a while, but there are other options out there. Most common, though, is 33/16 or 17. What you're going to get with 33/16, in my opinion, is like a good overall mix between enough torque, so it's fairly easy to get the front wheel up, but also you're not running out of gear super fast, so you can keep a decent speed doing wheelies and swerving and stuff like that. So, and 17 is going to make it real easy to pull up on a 33 tooth. Getting up into that gearing, I would like have to step my front gear up, which I don't typically do. I've been riding this gearing for a while now. So, but yeah, there are a lot of options for people who want to just replace like the 15. I feel like a 15 tooth for guys who like to do combos and stuff like that might actually be more beneficial because you're going to be able to get it go faster speed before you pick the front wheel up, which gives you like a longer coasting distance to do your combos and all that stuff. So to each his own, but personally I run a 33/16. I know a ton of people who run the same. Some people run 17 in the rear, but I feel like that's just too easy to pick up and you run out of speed real quick. So as far as the 33 tooth front sprocket, currently right now I'm actually running, let's pull that back up. I am running the Rideout Supply sprocket, which they come in 8 different colors in the metal, and then you have all of these reflective colors. I think they have non-reflective too to choose from, and they're pretty sweet. I have this guy. This is the one that just came off of my Goon. Whoops. That I have since retired. She's a little dirty, but solid sprocket, dude. I've been running that for most of the year. I just changed up, as a lot of you guys probably know, to that GT Street Performer, the half pink and half blue one, and I just got a pink and black sprocket for that is beaming. That thing is dope. Yeah, that's the Sprocket that I'm currently running. I'm actually getting ready to build a new bike, and the new bike is going to have the Broke Boys Sprocket on it, which if you guys didn't already check out the review video for this, I just kind of pulled this up recently. I just got it like a couple weeks ago now. Still waiting on the frame and fork of my other bike to come in so that I can put that guy on there. Something cool that LJ told me too that people are talking about doing with these is in the little engraving marks. I guess people are getting nail polish and filling that in and filling in like the Broke Boys. Getting creative, folks. Just an idea I heard about. But yeah, for the gearing, that's mainly where I usually rock. Like I said, right now I'm gonna be rocking the Broke Boys and the ROS stuff on my bikes that I'm riding. From there, the handlebars. The handlebars. That's like another major thing. The handlebars get upgraded with my brakes. I should have said that. But yeah, I run the Broke Boys handlebars. I'm running the 2-piece Santos signature bars on my GT right now. I'm looking to get another set of 4-piece Broke Boys bars to run on my new bike. But yeah, when I do the brakes, I do the handlebars too. I should have said that earlier. But yeah, outside of that, really the upgrades from there, in my opinion, just get aesthetically pleasing. Sticker kits, bro. So big BMX customization, this is where it is at, folks. Y'all need to tap in with them for the custom sticker kits. He has everything. He's got full reflective, custom split and dripped flame kits, the Santa Cruz conversions. As far as SE bikes, bro, you have endless options here as far as making your bike custom. They just started doing the C100s for collective bikes. They do Thrones as well. Hit them up. Hit up their website. Get you a custom sticker kit. Prices are really good. The quality of the stickers are amazing. On top of the love and care that they put into them in every single order. Plus, they handwrite you notes. Handwritten notes in every single package. You know how many packages those people send out a day? A lot. So they're definitely showing major love. So, yeah, I didn't want to forget the sticker kits because this is actually how I discovered them in the first place. I got a sticker kit for a Redline RL275, which they did an amazing job on. So, the sticker kits, yeah, that's another major upgrade that a lot of people go and get done. Okay, so just to give you a rundown on how it works, we'll do, like, say you wanted to do the Santa Cruz kit. So you choose the inside letter color, the drop-down shadow, solid fork color, what bike is it going on. Put all that stuff in there. He'll send you proofs before it ever gets sent out to you, the final. That way you can okay it and say, yep, that's good, and then he'll mail it out. And bam, bro, you got a new sticker kit on the way. I didn't want to forget that because that's a good upgrade via Rideout Supply, which is cool. I mean, I like to get matching pedals and grips and brake cables and stuff like that. You can go as far as getting the spoke skins, which I've rocked them before. I feel like everybody has. You just kind of go through like a phase, I feel like, of like rocking the spoke skins, and then you kind of get your fulfillment out of them, and then you don't run them anymore. But to each his own. I ain't hating on anybody on their get down at all. Yeah, the cranks. So cranks and bottom bracket. There's a lot of options out there. What I'm running right now, I actually have a Fitbikeco 3-piece crank setup that came with a bottom bracket, and I paid like $99 for it or something, or 89. Actually, I'm pretty sure I paid $89.99 for it, and I'll try and find the link and put it in the description below. It's kind of hard to pass up. They're really nice single pinch bolt 3-piece cranks, and they came with a bottom bracket ready to go. So that was a pretty good upgrade for the price, I feel like. Most of the upgrades from this point just get aesthetically pleasing. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in the comments below. Oh, yeah. I guess I forgot to mention, you can upgrade your chain too. There are half-link chains out there. It's a decent upgrade. People claim that it helps torque and stuff like that. I feel like it's just a stronger chain because there's less metal on each link. Kind of creates less amount of leverage per se that it can use to stretch and break the links. I feel like if anything, half-link chains are at least stronger, but they do look a lot cooler too. So there's that. All right, you guys, I think that about wraps it up. I hope that I covered everything. I can't really remember at this point. Whoa. I know what you guys are thinking. He didn't mention the tires. I'm getting to that. So, tires. Me personally, I don't typically like riding the stock. Upgrades wise, tires that most people go with are the Maxxis hookworms. A lot of people ride the ThickSlicks. The GT Smoothies, those are another tire that's pretty popular. It's like a wider thick slick 2.4. They all have their benefits. You know what I'm saying? The hookworms are like the most reliable in my opinion, just because they last the longest. They seem to be a lot more durable. You get flats a lot less often, and it's kind of like an all-season tire. It's good on summer, and it does better on wet surface or dust and stuff like that. Those are the main ones. There also is the Speedball tires, which I forget who makes those. I think it's S&M Speedball tires. Yeah. Those are for 29-inch. So if you have a 27.5, the upgrades that I know of going to, at least me personally, is the Schwalbe Supermoto X tires. If you have a 27.5, I would highly suggest upgrading to those because they are amazing, and you pretty much are guaranteed you're never going to get a flat on those tires ever. However, changing those tires really kind of reminded me of changing dirt bike tires. If you know anything about that, it's a little bit of a headache, but there are some tricks to it. If you want to know them, ask them down in the comments and I'll let you know. But yeah, that's as far as I can think right now on tires. So I didn't want to leave that out. But yeah, those are pretty much the main important ones, I think. But if you are still tuned in, thank you. You guys are the best. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell, stay up to date with us. Drop your IG handle below. I'll shout you out on Instagram. Until next week, go ride your bike.